Hello, I'm Tomix9Tomix, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the lesser known gems from the Relic Castle Game Jam 9. For those who don't know, the Relic Castle Game Jam is an annual game jam where people work for about 40 days on their own game. Most of the time, these are Pokémon games, and there's always an optional theme. This year the theme was Dimensions, which led to a lot of wonderful ideas. Every year, a handful of games are picked by the judges and by the community as spotlights, games that are seen to go above and beyond. However, today I do not want to talk about those games. I want to instead talk about some of the games that did not get much attention at all, games that maybe you've never heard of before, but I still personally believe have a lot of merit to them. So here are 5 hidden gems of the Relic Castle Game Jam 9. Pokémon Otherworlds. In Pokémon Otherworlds, you play as Brendan in a branched universe of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where Mega Evolution doesn't exist yet. And as you go to stop the meteorite, your Rayquaza falls through as it just isn't strong enough. Through a strange twist of fate and some technological shenanigans from Steven, you find yourself in another world. The world of Hisui. With Volo's help, you pick yourself up and try to get back to where you came from, but you encounter some trouble on the way. I found this to be a really charming game with some really charming mechanics and some really charming moments. While the game is not the most polished and the current demo is fairly short, I found myself grinning throughout. It makes for a wonderful time and I highly recommend giving it a go. Gone Fishing. Its name is probably my favourite name I've ever seen attached to a Pokémon Fangame. It makes for such a good joke. A game about fishing, as in like with a rod, but also about fission, as in like nuclear fission. While Pokémon Infinite Fusion is a largely popular Pokémon game, this inverts the spin on that nucleus. Instead of fusing 2 Pokémon together, you are now splitting 1 Pokémon into 2. The worst thing about this game is just how short it is, but it still manages to deliver on its concept and be an absolutely hilarious game while doing it. Space Trainers. This game doesn't have Pokémon in the title, and that's for a good reason. While this is a Pokémon game in the sense that it features Pokémon, and many awesome regional Pokémon at that, its gameplay is so unique that it plays completely differently from what you'd expect, and honestly, it stands on its own as an awesome indie game. Explore a small system of planets, each with their own gravity and diverse ecosystems. Collect materials to upgrade your supplies and equipment so that you may explore even further. It's an awesome polished game with a very polished look, and its gameplay even holds a couple secrets. Join this wonderful crew of space trainers and see what you can do. Elpis. Ever wanted to be a pirate? Well, now you can, sort of. In Elpis you work your way towards hunting down the Pirate King, exploring an open ocean in your sturdy ship. It's a game where exploring by itself is just super fun. There are a ton of diverse locals to check out. And the way the game transitions from the world map to the normal overworld map, it's beautiful. This game even features new mechanics such as naval battles and grappling hooks. What's not to love? And last but definitely not least, Pokémon Picross Adventure. If you're like me and you love Pokémon Picross on the 3DS, you will love this game. There's not much to say about it, it's just more great Picross puzzles with Pokémon theming. It also features my favourite mechanic on the 3DS game, which is the huge mural puzzles that you slowly collect the pieces for. This one is a no-brainer for you puzzle lovers. Well, that's all, except not quite. I've played all these games, but a little secret I've held is that I still haven't played every game from a game jam. And even of the games I have played, there's still more that I'd love to talk about. So while these games are all great hidden gems, there's still even more games that I believe deserve attention. So I'm planning to release a follow-up video at some point where I go over even more wonderful game jam games. So if you'd like to see that, make sure to subscribe. If you can't wait, you'll just have to play those games yourself right now. Thank you for listening to me talk about these wonderful games. I'll see you next time.